here he is, Daisy Thomas.
Hello, Daisy.
Yes, how are we all, team? Happy Monday to you all.
I believe you were lucky enough to sit next to Triple M's very own Will Ralston for the call of GWS Carlton on the weekend.
Yes, every now and then you just get a little present in life, don't you, that just makes your life a whole lot better. And
How was it?
It was brilliant.
Yeah.
Yep, called the absolute socks off the GWS Blues games. As I looked across the board this morning, I thought, geez, there were some fantastic games of footy. I realised that I got all the crap ones this weekend.
Did you?
I got Sydney in the Gold Coast,
that was
which
a
was
blowout.
that was a real treat. Carlton GWS, which, what's that, 13 points the margin, 14 points the margin. They're never in doubt. They sort of did it with, on one rain, I guess, the GWS Giants. And then yesterday I tuned in and did the specials for St Kilda Fremantle. So
Oh, my
of
God.
all the games, I may as well have stuck around and called Adelaide North just to really top the weekend off. But there was some cracking games of football, wasn't there?
Friday night was magical, wasn't it?
Oh, Friday
Absolute
night.
belter.
That was unbelievable. Saturday night was unbelievable. And just some of the games with the ramifications for the top 8, top 4.
Yeah.
Almost everyone except that Adelaide North game and the Carlton GWS, which is the other, St Kilda Fremantle, they had a chance to get in. So there was some really good games of footy. Obviously, the Bulldogs falling out of the top 4.
Gee, Willie Winkers.
Oh.
That's a coach killer, isn't
They
it?
were so good for the entirety of the season. And by entirety, I mean if the season was the old-fashioned 18 rounds.
Yeah.
And then they've just absolutely crapped the bed for the last 5 and been no good. So they've found themselves in 5th position. Tell you what, we speak of our boy Will.
Yeah.
We're about to go on air for the game.
Nervous put?
Well, the Brisbane game was happening.
I know. He loves his Lions,
you know
doesn't
what?
he?
I've done you all a disservice. I should have recorded him.
Yeah.
He was like a cat on a hot tin roof.
He's a fan.
He's a dead set fanboy.
Yeah,
Joey
enough.
and I are trying to preview this game. Yeah. He's cheery. He didn't want any part in
He
what we
told
were
me
gonna
that
do.
the live ladder changed 8 times.
I think it was, up to 9 times you were in or out of the top 4. So it was unbelievable. And it was dead set scenes. There was all sorts of things going on. Someone, who was the man who had the shot?
Dan McStay
Dan
from
McStay
55.
had a shot from 50.
The way you said that, I thought it was like just some bloke who wandered on. Who was the man who had the shot?
In fact, it could be argued that Dan McStay is that man.
I've never heard of him.
It's a fair point. But he had a shot from 50, and he's usually a beautiful kick of the foot. He would usually have the distance, just pulled it horribly. It ended up in the pocket. And,
Yeah,
Will
30
was-
seconds to go.
Yeah.
You were up and about.
I thought we were in trouble, but then Link McCarthy snuck one in, and
If you
Is
watch,
that the kid that hit a point?
yeah, he just snuck it in the behind
if you watch
post.
that last 30 seconds, there wasn't too many people who were keen to get near Lincoln McCarthy. When that ball came in from McStay, he almost took a hanger unopposed.
Yeah.
And then he went to the next stoppage and no one went near him. So the West Coast Eagles certainly looked after you there, I feel,
They did.
Wilbur. But it was a fantastic round of footy.
Yeah, it really was, wasn't it? Sydney Gold Coast, what's happened there? 136 to 49. Holy hell.
Yeah, someone just got a text. So, like
an
Love
email,
Island.
sorry.
Yeah, I got a text. Anyway, not a big fan of Love Island in here. Not to worry. Sydney Gold Coast, I'll tell you, it was unbelievable. Big Buddy Franklin.
Yeah, I know.
He was on top of the
How
ground.
many's he got left? 8.
Oh, yeah. And we were on Buddy Watch. If it wasn't for little Papley up there who thought it might have been all about him that game, he might have only had 2 or 3 to go. So he was unbelievable. And if Sydney Swans obviously are going to have a really good campaign, he's someone you want up on top of the ground. He's your X factor. He's your match winner. And the way he was covering the field on the weekend, I don't think I'd be wanting to play the Swans in this first round of finals.
What about, just before we go, Richmond Hawthorn? What happened there? They kicked 5 in 10 minutes or something?
Yeah, they did. Hawthorn, well, you probably wouldn't let them walk your dog, would you? They just refused to hold on to a lead.
Yeah.
They've been really good against... They had Brisbane up by 50-odd points and fell in against them. They had 30-odd points up against the Pies, fell in against them. In Clarko's last game, they had 5 goals up with 11 or something minutes on the clock, and they kicked... not only those goals, but also the 2 goals in the last minute of the game and the last moment of the game to cause a draw, 12-11 apiece. So,
Would he literally have cleaned his office out? When would he not go back to the club?
yeah, it's an interesting one, isn't it? I honestly don't know. They probably have their exit meetings this week where you go in and you discuss, so I assume he wouldn't be a part of that.
I don't like Sam Mitchell.
Yeah.
He does a bit of that gear.
I'm not sure. Do you just do a power move and leave just a real messy office for Mitch to clean out and a few little surprises in some drawers?
Or do you do a late night Thursday night, come in on your own, have a little cry and pack the box?
Well, I was thinking maybe Thursday night, not have a little cry, but just wipe the whole joint out.
Yeah.
Take, 3 or 4 monitors.
Oh, you mean steal off it?
Yeah, just flog the lot. That's mine. It's got my name on it. Thank you very much. Before we get into the winners, I'll just run you through how the first week of finals is shaping up. Exciting time
This
of the
is
year.
good.
Unless you're a Melburnian, you're not
So
going to see
no
any footy
bye,
live.
obviously, Daisy.
No bye. No, not yet. And we'll wait and see what happens with that because it's going to be interesting.
What are you thinking? Because Will suggested perhaps the week before the grand final.
Yeah, so they may play to the prelims, get the prelims out of the way, and then have a bye before that grand final. I think that's probably the only option they have because if they do it in between the prelims, before the prelims, the teams who win round one will effectively have 20-odd days off before playing. So that
Crazy.
becomes a disadvantage.
Yeah. It's like might as well duck into Bali for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, well, you can't do that because of this pandemic thing, but it would be a nice option. Anyway, I'm not sure you're across that. Friday night sees Port Adelaide and the Cats, 2nd v 3rd at Adelaide Oval, which will be at a cracker. Saturday afternoon, 3:20, UTAS down there in Tasmania, Launceston.
Yeah.
Sydney taking on the GWS Giants.
Elimination
Final. We go from there to Adelaide Oval again. Melbourne taking on the Lions. How good's that?
That's going to be a belter.
That is going to be an absolute cracker. We might have to record Will live for that one.
You should put up a reaction video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to be so stressed.
Have you got OnlyFans still? Oh, boy. And then a Sunday, we have the Western Bulldogs taking on Essendon.
That'll be a belter too.
That will be-
Elimination.
That one's fascinating.
That is that could be. You wouldn't be shocked if Essendon won.
No.
You wouldn't be shocked if the Bulldogs won comfortably, and you wouldn't be shocked if it was a dead set cracker. So that shapes to be,
You wouldn't be shocked if the Bulldogs lost.
and that's the other one. Yeah, well, if
But do you know what I mean?
if Essendon won,
if they blew it.
Yeah.
if they gassed it,
Yeah.
Round
Yeah.
20, they were top of the ladder. 3 weeks ago.
Be good for the Bombers to have a win, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
over
form.
6,000 days since the Bombers have won a final.
Oh, it'd be nice to see them.
No, it wouldn't
go a
stuff
bit
them. Stuff
deep.
them and their supporters.
No, you're
Let's
right,
get into the
Daisy. I
winners.
don't know what
I win here and I win there.
All right, here we are.
I tell you what, it's fun when you have those little jibes because Twitter will light up.
Yeah.
I think it was about round 5 I got asked who had the better list between Carlton, Essendon and Collingwood.
And who did you say?
And I rated them Carlton, Essendon, then Collingwood, I think it was. Well, I got some serious feedback then. Carlton then came out and beat Essendon a week later or whatever it was. And then some turd last night decided just to light up and said, geez, this aged well.
he's just chalked that one
Yeah.
away.
So unfortunately, he doesn't live within the 5 kilometres of where I live. But if he does, I might find him in a couple of weeks. Anyway,
What
we're
were
not-
your 360 feedback sessions like when you were playing? Who was in those?
They were pretty funny.
Was it the coach and the
coach
leadership
was in
group?
there. We had Ray McLean from Leading Teams in for a while. I think that Leading Teams, a lot of people praise it. We didn't really like it because feedback's great if you can take it. We had a lot of blokes who just got their back up and had
Didn't
far too
like
much
it.
dirt on other people. So you'd say something to me and then you'd have some dirt, but then I'd have some dirt back
Oh,
at you
so-
and you just end up airing all your dirty laundry and the coach is sitting in the corner going, well, I knew none of that.
we might not do this
okay,
next
we
week.
should stop. Anyway, back to the winners. The farewells of all the great players over the weekend. I will miss a few in this, no doubt, but Eddie Betts, champion
Amazing.
of the game, now retires. Sean Burgoyne, Alistair Clarkson, Asprey and Basher Hawley and Jared Harbrow, just to name a few. Obviously, Harbrow, an inaugural member of the Gold Coast Suns when they started in the competition.
Yes.
So
he had
didn't
a
have-
funny old career, didn't he?
well, it ended pretty funnily too. Well, probably not for him, but he ended up with a fine and a dislocated shoulder, so he got subbed out. So not the way you want to go, but
Hooker from the Bombers?
Hooker from the Bombers.
He was a good club, man.
There was 23 retirees,
Oh, Jesus.
which is a lot.
That's a lot, isn't it?
It certainly is. We spoke about it a little bit, but that Friday night game where Port Adelaide got it done against the Western Bulldogs, time in front. They were in front for sweet bugger all.
For the sound of the siren.
Yeah, essentially. So that the ramifications for that for the Dogs, of course, was huge. Pushed them down to 5th after the Lions. Well, how good was that? That was a game within a game. And as we said, the 9 changes of them being in the top 4, out of the top 4.
The live ladder.
Just the live ladder, and didn't that get a real run? And GWS, they beat the Blues, of course. Essendon beat the Pies, so they're going to play finals. Fantastic stuff. But the big one, Melbourne. How good was that? 40-plus points down. Did not look like it.
And Max.
And big Maxy
After
Gawn.
the siren. I mean, could it happen to a better bloke?
Well, that's the thing, and that's why I love it. He's the biggest winner. Not only is the captain, but he's moved to Blair Gowrie to live. Not for a sea change, just purely so he can punch 6 darts on the way to training to Casey. So he's just a thinking man's footballer, and we love him for it.
Well done, and good luck to him.
Yes, absolutely. So it's going to be huge. I can't wait to come in next Monday and talk all things footy.
The Marty Sheargold Show. Triple M.